Call the meeting of the peer committee to order. What we'll do is we'll do the appointment of the chair. Member for the chair. Of the chair.
None of them volunteered to come in.
Would anyone like to be the chair for today's meeting?
If that's the will of the group.
I do. It'll be right here. Madam Mayor.
They could chair the meeting. Somebody want to volunteer, please? Okay, from the Frontenac Archbiosphere. Thank you.
Madam Mayor, were you looking to be the chair?
So everybody knows who everybody is. We start with you. Thank you.
Terry Childs.
Yourselves just so that we can get. We'll ask for any declaration of interest, any conflicts that anybody would like to bring to the table today. So motion is put forth by / amended. Any discussion in regards to seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor, please signify. In recent weeks, had with the economic development at the county. So how things go, and she was asking me, or I asked her specifically in economic development. It was more of a general question, and in that important.
Terry, peer and peer in our Rockport Development Group mandate, it's about economic. True, but they do diverge because $50 jobs by putting a plant somewhere. The two for their area, but the economic development
More from a connection point of view, but I will how that would work back and forth, and if there's somebody who's able to give that time. So all good discussion. Thank you. Okay, Amy Webb from
pass down a reminder of some of the events and that last week was Volunteer Week. Facebook for that because we appreciate program registrations have also already occurred. We do this in partnership with Gananoque place last weekend. And different types of events, and I think you're all quite aware of that. If you have materials or information, please let us know and we will share that information for you. Rockport, I believe, maybe I could first week of May is Youth Week, and presenting to council at the May 6th meeting. So we do have a youth advisory as they move on to post-secondary education. Parks open on May 18th. Sales. Public Works Week follows after that. Support our Public Works staff and community. The Oscars on the 25th. We received seasonal recreation programs, and this don't already have in the township. Incorporate them into our regular programming going. First of June, which is the first Saturday, it is National Fitness Challenge with Front of Young, and you'll see more information. And in the North End, they also fun family day of fishing, poker run, paddling, and a shared community. Celebrate our 3rd annual Seniors Expo, or 4th annual. We have graciously decided to it's complete. They will be doing that day as well. Sessions and social interaction for our seniors. It also happens that week be offering bus services and maybe sign up for that program, which it's an excellent one of any age can definitely join the club. Then the Schoolhouse Jam will be at the Rockport Recreation, the Lansdowne Community Hall.
To have a quick discussion from each of your groups if you have anything in the initiatives that you're undertaking with your respective groups. So just
the only other Laffer is putting on their first it is on July the 6th from 10 in Lansdowne again. $15 on the day of the event, and that going to that the Lansdowne Fair has extended its time July the 18th, and been something that has been asked for in the community, so we're report so that we can continue to provide musical entertainment.
Thanks so much, Donna. Wendy, do you have anything to add?
Cuisine at the Rockport Rec Hall. It's Thousand Island District Lions Club. Hall. And tickets are going fast. The May long weekend is in the village. We're working on an opening date for the customs first.
Gary, do you have anything to add? No? Okay. Mr. Hewitt, do you have anything to add from the Frontenac?
Yeah, we're working on they're in the preliminary stages of planning right now.
Hosting a small business expo featured on April 25th. Subsequent to that, we're also doing our pitch-in day on the 27th as of 9 a.m. So this will be based outside of the Furnace Falls location. Members, but other small businesses within the economic area.
Thank you. And
In economic development, we participated with the Chamber of Commerce. It was fantastic. Connections and maybe even have a new potential day. And I had the opportunity to meet several residents who with the county on their business retention and expansion part of that so far. So we are well on our way through that program. And the Rideau St. Lawrence Volunteer Center because I know that there has been demand for that here or maybe the Sealy's Bay Hall. They have with their Facebook presence. And we can set a date and we can opportunities that I'm going to try and partake in May. So we'll be able to meet with some larger developers and showcase our area if they're reach out to me and let me know and we can incorporate it into our package. Rural transportation and offering options specifically for employment. So I think that's quite key for what
I will just add as well, if you weren't able past weekend, you definitely missed out. The reason I say signups for a lot of the kids' activities for the summer, so it does all the other businesses that participated. We had a Clark's Marina is celebrating 60 years and renewing a new generation level, and the gentleman who runs the new growth within the township, within those business owners, and hear about their plans and their. The Lansdowne Rural Telephone Company is having their annual general meeting on May 4. I think, I want to say, should have looked at it. One of the things that they are talking about at their annual general. So that's concerning to me as a mayor, because we have in telecom. So if you happen to own a share or you're in from any locals, I'm sure that anybody at the telephone company would love to hear. So partner for many years. There was something else. During my time as mayor and getting out and meeting some new people, especially in the North End. First, so that was on my calendar. We've got a number of calls from a number of or cleanup for bags and gloves. It is would probably drive around with my car full of garbage before I would ever throw anything out the window. With regard for that, it is a bit disappointing, but grateful to the community members and the children. Please do so. They're going to need many hands and many hands. I know that we don't have new business on the agenda, but I'm willing to entertain any discussion.
I'm just wondering about the wayfaring signs. We know now wayfaring signs. Yes.
The signs being, you've
Thank you, Mayor Corey. Yeah, so we are at the last meeting, we have multiple agencies that we need to consult. To disappoint you. Okay, so we are looking. It's too early to put them in the ground anyways, but we are working on it and we want to make sure. Wayfaring signs, okay, so the directional signage. Because some of the other agencies that we to make sure that we're doing that correctly. The
St. Lawrence Parks Commission to pick a date. We have made a request, but nothing's been finalized yet. In Mallorytown a month and a half ago. I think Firstly, the St. Lawrence Parks Commission Senator Rutsman is the new chair. It's Holly Q, and she's a very, very astute lady, very competent and very willing. Looking forward to that. I know that it's been said a number of times in the community as well as around this council table. Parkway in general, it's unkept. Things aren't being cleaned up. The lookouts that are there, because part of the challenge that they discussed down in pictures, and it's also have Browns Bay within their township, which but they've got to walk in. So to change things up. So beautification within the township, we're fortunate to be, we've got the best of all worlds. It's taken care of, and obviously that litter doesn't end up in the water. This group know as well. Anything else?
Lawrence Parks, I brought it up over the kayak. Is that something with St. Lawrence, because it's a horrible for some people when they kayak up from
If you bring that up as a specific, because it was very detailed in her notes. That was also one of them, was just as much as anything else, but that there's a maintenance issue. All part of it, and definitely will be part of our concerns. I would encourage reach out to the clerk to ensure that. I know that in the past you've had lots of discussion in regard not on, but if we can try to maximize and promote. If there is anything you'd like to add to the agendas, I'm happy to. Else to add prior to closing the meeting?